Welcome to episode 2 of The Art of Making a Garden. We're back on site at Farah's garden. We've gone through the approval process and we're going to catch up with her and the team now as we prepare to pour the concrete. So we're finally back in your garden for episode 2. Really excited to see there's been a lot of progress, but how has it been for you as client and designer? What's changed and what are the updates?
So since last time we were here, we were taking a decision whether or not we wanted to make the pool wider. And we had taken the decision to add in one more pool step because we previously only had 3 and they were very steep. So since we were going to add in that one step, which had to go back to the authorities to resubmit, I took the decision to make the pool slightly wider. We had to resubmit the drawings to the community developer first, get that approved. And once that was approved, we had to resubmit to the municipality. Lots of progress has happened since. And now at this point, we're waiting to get the concrete in so we can continue with the next stage.
So what we see behind us now is a very well developed and constructed pool shell. Perhaps we'll go and take a closer look at the pool.
So it took them around a week for them to excavate and get almost the right levels of the pool. And then what they did is they started compacting it, just the sides, the base of the pool. And then what they did is they started applying this blockwork all around to give it the shape. So once they've laid the blockwork, they waterproofed it with this waterproofing paint. And then they applied 2 layers of this thick, I don't know what it's called, this rubber...
Torch applied bitumen liner.
Exactly. So they got this whole gas calendar with the torch, applied it. They did the first layer, and then once that was done, and I thought, great, like it took them even less than 2 days to waterproof it, and then they added another layer. And then they started applying the steel. They applied the main structure of the steel just around it, and then they did the steps secondary. And then they started doing the pipe work for the drainage at the bottom, the skimmers. These are the outlets, these are the lights. Because these lights are much smaller, they were able to apply the fixture from now. These, because they're bigger lights, they said they have to do it later.
Okay, tell us about the issues that you've had with the concrete itself.
So we got the approval to start putting in the concrete last week. So I was expecting to get it in as soon as it's ready. But we had an issue with the supplier that the pool company works with. They are unable to get the concrete for the pool early on. So there was a delay in that, but then we were promised that it was going to happen today. Today. So
we're 11 o'clock now.
Yes.
Tell us what's happening. Are we getting the concrete today or not?
Let's see. So Leo, the project manager from Exclusive Pools, just came in to give us an update on whether or not the concrete is happening.
Today's not happening. Tomorrow they promise. Otherwise we have arranged one more supplier.
So now you went to another supplier as a backup for tomorrow. So in case the first one backs out, the second one confirmed 100% that they can
Today
get it.
confirmed 100%. I got a confirmation from them. This is special mix for us. This is called granite mix, not normal concrete. It is coming not aggregate, big aggregate. This is only dune sand, cement and 5 aggregate.
How much quantity are we ordering?
Now we are ordered a 15 meter cube for
15 meter cube is how much concrete we need.
Since filming the last episode, we've had Ryan join the team. We'll catch up with him on his thoughts for the pool and what he thinks of the construction progress so far. What things in like a pool construction are commonly missed? Like, for example, on many projects I've seen contractors submit shop drawings to us with typical details and they look great on paper, but they were just perfunctory.
I think that's quite important, the coordination of all the inlet skimmers and everything else, and make sure what's on the drawing corresponds with the rest of the landscaping, and make sure all the pump flows and everything else are correct.
Is it quite common in your experience to come and see a pool getting built and it's not as per the drawing?
Yeah. It's the overall setting out is normally as per. There might be some sort of coordination with foundations or boundary walls, but generally speaking, internally of the pool, all the inlets and everything else need to be in the right location and considered, yeah.
So as the contractor promised yesterday, the concrete guys are on site. They're here and they came in early and let's go check them out. what needs to happen with the concrete? We need the mixer.
We have the two machines, one for Gannett machine, other called compressor.
The compressor.
Yeah. Gannett machine, we get the ready mix concrete, one truck approximately 8 meter cube concrete. It will take to complete the job 1 hour.
And then how long does that need to cure?
We required at least minimum 4 days curing.
So you will come, put that, and then leave the site for 4 days, and then you'll come back.
Yes.
Farah, how has the experience been for you so far?
It's been very interesting to see this project come to life. You're starting to visualize the spaces, to see the pool start taking shape, to see the process of how to build a pool. I've been on sites, and you normally visit a few times a week and you're there for a short amount of time. But to be in the house and to see the progress that happens on a day by day and how long things take, it's been very interesting to see that, and very satisfying as well. What's been really good is watching the team do their work as per schedule. They've been showing up on time with the right materials, with the right tools. A site engineer is always present. I double check sometimes a few measurements just to make sure that everything's being followed, and that has all been going really well.
What have you learned in this process so far?
I've definitely learned to be on the opposite end of a client and how it feels. I've also learned so much from a design perspective to understand how much time things take and what the process is. I think once you have a personal experience with something, once you understand someone's pains or someone's excitements, you can relate to it. And then I can also probably foresee things a little bit better when it comes to construction and advise clients based on that. I don't think the learning stops here. Now we're purely just focused on the pool, which is a very big component of the design. But I can't wait to see the other parts of how the landscape will come together when we start building the kitchen, when we start testing out how you finish the material. And it's important to take time to do things properly as opposed to rush things and just get it done. Now that the concrete has been finally poured, the next steps in the garden build will happen much faster, and we can't wait to show you progress. See you in the next episode. We get asked a lot on social media, what do we prefer, a fiberglass pool or a concrete pool? What's your answer?
Yeah, it's a very common question. Like anything in life, they all have their pros and cons, of course. We generally use concrete pools because they're much more adaptable. We can design any shape or size that we like. They generally are much more durable as well. They're built with higher graded materials. Now, fiberglass pools do have their advantages. They are generally lower cost. They're generally a bit faster to fabricate and to install. So if speed is your key priority, then go with the fiberglass pool. But for us, concrete has been our preference. It's what I've been trained on for 10 years in Dubai, and it's what I'm more familiar with, and it gives us much more variation in design. How about you, Farah? Why did you choose a concrete pool for your garden?
I ended up going with a concrete pool just because I feel that they might be more durable, and going with a company that has built pools for a very long time, the way they build a pool inside a pool, with the water level table that is rising, with the, like the ground might move. I felt if you're putting in such a big investment, you might as well build it properly and feel like it's built well.
So, peace of mind.
Peace of mind, I guess, yeah.